The stalker, ex-girlfriend. Jake had never been happier. Life had been peaceful since he'd broken up with Emily. His ex-girlfriend 6 months ago, Emily had been possessive, unpredictable, and in the end, downright terrifying. It had taken him weeks to finally get away, and he hoped he'd left her in the past. One evening, after a late shift at work, Jake came home to his small apartment, ready to relax. As he unlocked the door, he noticed something odd. The faint scent of Emily's perfume lingered in the air, a smell he thought he'd never have to endure again. His heart skipped a beat, but he shook it off. Maybe he was just imagining things. The next morning, he found a note slipped under his door. It was written in Emily's unmistakable handwriting. "Miss me?" His chest tightened. He threw the note in the trash, convinced himself it was some kind of prank. That night, as he sat in front of the TV, he heard a soft knock on the window behind him. Slowly he turned. There was no one there, but in the foggy condensation on the glass, someone had traced the words, "I see you." Fear gripped Jake. He locked every window and door, ensuring the house was secure. He checked his phone, no missed calls or messages from Emily. He hadn't heard from her in months, but the feeling of being watched gnawed at him, making sleep impossible. The next night, Jake woke to the sound of footsteps in his hallway. He bolted upright, his heart hammering in his chest. He lived alone. The sound came again, slow, deliberate steps. He grabbed the baseball bat from under his bed and tiptoed towards the door. The floorboards creaked under his feet as he approached the hallway. The footsteps stopped. Jake flipped on the lights. The hallway was empty. His phone buzzed on the nightstand, and he almost jumped out of his skin. A text from an unknown number. "Why are you hiding?" Jake's stomach churned. He knew it was Emily. She was toying with him, stalking him. But how had she gotten inside? Was she watching him from the shadows? Jake rushed to his front door, intent on getting out of the house, maybe even calling the police. As he reached for the knob, he heard it in her voice, whispering cold and close, right behind him.
"You can't escape me, Jake."
He turned sharply, but no one was there. His phone buzzed again. Another text. This time it was a picture of him standing at the front door, bat in hand, looking terrified. Jake dropped the bat and ran out into the night, only to find Emily standing at the end of his driveway, her eyes wide and unblinking, a twisted smile creeping across her face.
"I told you I'd never let you go."
As she stepped towards him, Jake's vision blurred, his breath quickened, and everything went dark. The next morning, the police found Jake's body inside his apartment. There was no sign of forced entry, no struggle, no witnesses. Only one thing seemed off. On the fogged up windows, the officer noticed a single phrase written over and over: "Forever."